Hello, so for today's video this is going to be look 6 for the Friends and Makeup Revolution collection. So basically it's just 7 days of back-to-back videos showing the whole collection. You know, swatches are in the first video and then there's like different looks you know, throughout the 7 days. Because I did buy the whole collection, I wanted to showcase the whole collection and be like, oh yeah, this palette's good, I recommend this, and I recommend this lip gloss and this lipstick, and you know, things like that, rather than me being like, oh, I bought the whole collection and here's one look with one palette and I have like 4 different palettes. Like, it was just didn't work in my head. But anyway, so today is going to be look 2 with the Monica palette. So I did do a look yesterday with it. Obviously everything will be linked in the eye down below and stuff, so you can go and check them out. So yes, I'm gonna zoom you in and we can get started. Okay, so I do apologise about the lighting if it's like different. I have like a big ring light on, it's sort of facing my window to like reflect off a bit of light because it's like pouring down with rain. It's really dark in the UK and it's literally like 11:15, so yes. Anyway, so I've done brows, brow highlight, and I've primed the eyelids. So my brows are it's like a Revolution tint. So basically you put it on, you can leave it, I think it's like 20 minutes to 2 hours, and I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. The only issue is I should have gone like lighter at the front so it's not so you know, like too bulky. I'm still like getting used to the product. I think I've only used it like 3 times, but it is so good. Like, I highly recommend it. Like, this is basically just brow tint. I've got like a little bit of NYX brow pencil in just to fill in like little sparse areas, but honestly love it. And a bit of brow soap, but anyway. So yes, this is little Monica's palette and this is what she looks like. So to start with, I think we're gonna go like with the reds in the palette because I love like these shades. Typically my sort of colours, I love them. So I'm going to take the Geller Cup and I'm going to take it on a Sigma E36. I'm just going to take little circles of this and just buff this through the crease. You can take a bigger brush if you wanted to, but I don't want it to go too high up because I'm not adding like a little bit of a different shade. So I'm using like little sort of buffing and circular motions. When I get to the outer corner, just sort of almost come in, so I've got like this half cut crease kind of shape, and then just do the same thing, like almost keeping sort of rounded slightly rather than so blown out. So now I'm just going to take this crown brush. So this is a Giraffe blended brush in a C429. I'm just going to sort of buff ever so slightly, still trying to keep that shape, like that rounded kind of shape. Sort of blow it out a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Sigma brush, and this is a colour switch. So basically just gets off all the powder, so you can go ahead and take a different colour in the palette without picking up like any of this. These are honestly so good. I really recommend these. You can get these anywhere. Primark, I started doing them. I think, is it W7 do them? This is like the more, like, I think this was the brand that sort of come out with it. I think you can get these from Morphe, you can get them from Boots. Yeah, anyway, they're great. So going back into the palette again, I'm going to take Obsessive, which is this like orangey shade at the bottom. I'm going in with that Sigma brush again. I'm going to take this sort of on top of the red, around the top of it and around the sides as well, just to like get like this orange sort of effect, so it's not just one red shade. So I'm just going to buff slightly again because I just want to make sure that it is blended. Even though this brush is great for like really buffing out colours and stuff, I just want to make sure that I am doing the best job I can. So I'm going to cut the crease and I'm going to take the Wet n Wild. So this is the Photo Focus Concealer, and this is in light ivory. I don't particularly love this, just using it to cut the crease. So I'm going to take it on a Peaches and Cream. So this is a PC51 brush, and I absolutely love this brush for cutting the crease. So I just take a bit of product, look up, and if you can see, it's a very thin line right here is where we're going to cut our crease to. So I do like to make sure that my brush is pretty much soaked in concealer because it works best that way. Don't be like light-handed with it. And then I just sort of take it and we just sort of stamp and drag. And then when I get to like the outer corner, because I know it's like finished, just sort of take the brush and drag it down. And then we can go ahead and just sort of clean up any little bits at the corner of it and stuff. I've done like more than half a cut crease because I want it to be quite a big shape. And then I like to take my concealer brush and just pat it out just to make sure it stays sort of set almost, just because if I look up now I can get all of this transferred up because well, my eye shape. So obviously if I look up way too high, like if I was like to go like really like back, it'd go like to here rather than to where I want my crease to be, if that makes sense. I know I'm like rambling a lot, but yeah, again, just cleaning off that Sigma brush in the colour switch and just sort of ever so slightly gonna buff this just a teensy bit. Then we are gonna buff the outer corner as well. We'll do some more buffing once the shade's on, but I just like to diffuse just a little bit. So you can sort of take the brush, take your fingers, pat it. So I'm going to take Clean and then palette, which is this shade. I keep eyeing up Chef because it's that beautiful like bronzy gold, but I feel like with this lid, something like this is going to be really pretty. With this lid, with this colour. Yeah, I know what I mean. So yeah, we're going to take Clean from the palette, and I'm going to take it on a Spectrum A16. I'm really going to pack this on the lid. If you want to sort of get really close as well, you can just take a smaller brush if you're having like issues with a bigger brush. So this is a Real Techniques fine liner brush. I love this little brush. It's adorable. It's great. We just sort of take it along the top line like that, and then we can do some more buffing again. So just taking that Sigma brush, that, and then you can also take like the little Spectrum brush or whatever brush you use and just sort of drag it. I think I'm going to take like a little bit of Twins as well, which is this shade, and I know it looks like really heavy in the pan, but it's kind of glittery, so I'm going to just take it around like the top, see how I get on. So I'm going to go back into that little Real Techniques brush and just sort of add that through just for like a little something extra. So you could take like a glitter liner or a glitter pigment, whatever. I'm trying to stick to like just the palette. Kind of a little bit, yeah. I feel like we needed like a heavier glitter, but it still added like a little something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my base, obviously finish my eye, put on lashes, all of that good stuff, and then I'll be back for lips. Okay, so lashes, base, all of that good stuff is on. So everything I'm wearing will obviously be listed in the bottom bar in case you wanted to know. So I'm going to do eyes, finish the eyes first. So I'm going to take that same shade, I think, so the Gela Cup, on the same Sigma brush, and just run this along the bottom lash line. Then I'm going to take Obsessive as well, which was this bottom shade, and just run that along the bottom as well, almost like joining it to this outer corner, so it almost comes down as one. And then I'm just going to take the crown brush and just sort of buff a little ever so slightly just to make sure it all joins in. Then I'm going to highlight the inner corner and just my nose a little bit. So this is the Hourglass. This is the Ambient Metallic Strobe Lightning palette. I just mixed all 3 shades. This is what's on my face, brow bone, all that stuff. I think you can still get this palette. It was limited edition. I think it was like Christmas, maybe 2017 or 18. But they bring it back, so it should still be like somewhere, I think. I hope so anyway. It is really, really beautiful. It's just nice highlighter, honestly. Like, if you want it, it's great. If not, then you're not missing on anything. Okay, so now I'm just going to finish it off with some mascara. So this is, I've already got the wand off. I don't like the primer as much now. I sort of, this is a bit old. I need to buy a new one. Did I say it was the Loreal Double Extension and Waterproof? I don't think I did, but that's what it is. But you're literally going to see none of this. You're going to see my mirror. Then for lips, I'm going to take some lip products before I take a gloss, but I'm just going to use the Rachel gloss today. It's just a clear gloss, but it's so beautiful. So I wanted to see what it's like with the nude, like if it's like juicy, because I used it with obviously her lipstick. That would be like with the Rachel collection. But yes, I just want to see what it all looks like with like a nude. Yeah. So I'm going to take, first of all, this is the Patrick Tar lip liner in, well, Precision Lip Crayon in She's Humble. And the only thing is clicky, so it's annoying you can't twist it back down, but they're beautiful. Then I'm going to take the Ochre Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick. So this is in Sao Paulo, and I love this shade. So beautiful. Then, like I said, I'm going to take the Rachel gloss. So this is just a nice clear gloss. It is super beautiful. Like I said, I don't like the scent of these. If you've watched previous videos, you've known, but they smell like self-tanner. They do not smell good. Yes, hands down, probably one of the best clear lip glosses I own. It reminds me so much of like that Fenty lip gloss. I know she has clear and I've got the clear, but the clear is like goopy to me. Do you know when we go like that and all like the lines sort of come up? It does that, which to me is just strange, because Fenty Glow is like out of this world, but for some reason the clear one, I think it's like Glass Lipper, does that weird bungee thing. But this, oh, it's just like juicy, it's wet. Oh, absolutely love this. I hope they never ever stop selling this shade. Yeah, obviously you can pick up the mirror as well. This is super, super beautiful. I love this. Really nice and sturdy. Good size mirror, really nice and clear. Yeah, love it. So this is the end of the video. So don't forget to come back tomorrow, because we're going to have Phoebe look. I know Phoebe only has one look, but I was like, yeah. I was like, I can do 2, 2 and 2 and 2. And then didn't realise that, no, that makes 8. So yes, there is only going to be one Phoebe look, but obviously everything else has been like so good. Like the pigment on this, the glosses, everything, I'm so thoroughly impressed by. I don't think Phoebe can disappoint me. Like if it does, I'd be so surprised. But this is just, yeah, it's so gorgeous. I'm absolutely in love with this collection. Obviously come back tomorrow, because I will give my final review once I've used the Phoebe palette. But I mean, so far everything's really, really good. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe.